This is Dabu 7. Interfax is now reporting that the Kremlin has put out word of a foiled attack on a major natural gas pipeline that runs from Russia to Turkey. This is called the Turk Stream. The Kremlin saying that several people have been arrested during an attempt to sabotage this pipeline that links Russia to Turkey and to southern Europe. This pipeline has a capacity of 31.5 billion cubic meters per year, and it was launched in 2020. They're saying that certain forces have already made an attempt on the Turk Stream. The saboteurs being caught, several people in that group, they're saying that they wanted to blow it up on Russian territory, on the soil, and they're connecting these people with Ukraine. They're stating directly that they are connected in with that group, and that this all comes connected with the string of events that started and that also saw the bridge get taken out there near Crimea. So things have been heating up in this region. And of course, we had the 2 Nord Stream hits and attacks. This is the last pipeline right now that Russia has into Europe. This is like their last leg, and they were trying to cut it off. As they state here, this is the last one beside Nord Stream running oil into Europe. So very interesting, besides the ones that go through Ukraine. I'll leave links here. I'll continue to update with more information as I get it. Make sure to follow me on Twitter.
Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation you Akim out there that's been pushing this road in truth and in sincerity. These devils, which the Russians are devils too, but the Lord have it where they're against each other. You know, you got Europe, which is NATO and the EU, and you got America against the North, where Russia is, you know. And they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline 1 and 2 to get Germany and certain parts of Europe off the dependency of Russian oil, natural gas. But and to prove that, you have a video surfacing with Joe Biden talking about they are going to get Germany off being dependent on Russian oil, natural gas. And then when you go back in the early 2000s, you have Condoleezza Rice, in her interview talking about their drumming up plans to get Germany off dependency of Russian oil. So here he is, years down the line, they blew up Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, the pipelines that goes from Germany, that goes from Russia to Germany and certain parts of Europe. Now, they got a Turk Stream pipeline in Russia. Now, let me just back up real quick. The Turk Stream pipeline, the Turkish government, as well as the Russian government, because the Turkish pipeline is on Russian soil, and it travels from Russia to southern Europe to feed certain parts of Europe with natural gas, and they try to blow that up. Now, as you heard Dabu 7 say that that's one of their last legs of feeding natural gas and oil to Russia. So, and I guarantee you, they said it came out of Ukraine. But who's really controlling Ukraine? Who's really behind Ukraine still being able to fight in this war? NATO and the United States government. And it has been circulating pictures that you got UK troops over there. You have French troops over there. United States government troops over there. They're not in uniform, but they over there, orchestrating all the attacks and what's going on over there. That's why yesterday or 3 days ago, after they blew up the Crimea Bridge, you see they doing a lot to try to separate Crimea and Kyiv and all the rest of these annexed governments that Russia took back. They're trying to sever ties with Russia. See, this is all sabotaging, and all this is coming out that NATO, totally the Western nations, which consists of NATO and America, have their hand in sabotaging these things, man. Who was the one that orchestrated the blowing up of that bridge? Was it not NATO forces? The Crimean Bridge leading to Russia to Crimea. And Russia unleashed a hell of attack on certain targets. Cut off the water supply, bombed the infrastructure where they have no water, they have no electricity. So things is ratcheting up, man. Things is heating up over there in this Ukrainian war. And not only that, you have things heating up, tensions heating up with Iran and Israel. Tensions heating up with Poland and Bulgaria, if I'm saying it right. Tensions rising up with China and Taiwan. So we're in the beginning stages of a world war, man. And the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, is mustering up the host of the battle. He's controlling everything. These devils are being exposed. This is I have a few scriptures. I came out to be edified. I'm just giving up because I be doing a little research on what's going on over there in Ukraine, and there's a bunch of bullshit going on over there, man. Had it not been for NATO and the United States sending billions of dollars over there to Ukraine to support the Ukrainians, which is the most corrupt government on the earth, Russia would have did away with the Ukrainians. But it's gonna take a little time. Now winter is coming. The ground is going to freeze up, and Russia is going to unleash Russia's going to unleash a hell of attack on the Ukrainians, man. So I have a few scriptures. I'll be right to you. I can be edified. I'm just going to get into it. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. A prophecy concerning Esau, the so-called white man. And it reads, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts. Now, I'm going to read it exactly how I said in the scriptures. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts. The Lord Yahweh is his name, and that title host, it means Lord of armies. The Lord of hosts. The Lord is mustering up the host of the battle. What's going on, the wars and the rumors of wars. The Lord is bringing all this to fruition. The Most High is gathering these troops and putting them in and putting the spirit on these different kings to make war with each other. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Teman is modern day Germany. Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Who's the prudent? The Temanites, man. The Germans. And you got to understand something. The Illuminati came out of Bavaria, Germany. Adam Weishaupt. So those are the wise men of Edom. The Temanites. It says, is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And how the Lord's going to visit him? We go to Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 9, and it reads, for lo, I will rise the course to come up against Babylon, which is America, and the assembly of great nations from the north country, starting with Russia and its allies, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, India, Ethiopia, Libya, South Africa, For lo, I will rise the cause to come against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. How they going to set themselves in array against her? In military formation, battle array. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows that shall be as a slakia. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From this she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Because no missile defense system is going to be able to take out none of these nuclear weapons, man. Because now they got hypersonic weapons, supersonic weapons that's able to go below the radar. And the Spirit of the Lord is going to be upon these missiles, even if they hit them with the missile defense systems. It's not going to break their ranks. They're not going to be taken out, man. It says, and Chaldea, verse 10, Jeremiah 50, verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. All them nations that the Most High set that assembly of great nations that's going to come up against America, they're going to be satisfied with their handiwork, with their work that they have done. Shooting up the missiles on America. It says, and that's how the Lord's going to visit Esau. Right along with Yahweh Shah cracking them skies, pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, the first verse on down. So you can have, they be in the midst of World War III, and Yahweh Shah going to crack them skies to bring death, destruction, and deliverance. Deliverance to the 1/3 and 144,000, the governing body of the kingdom of Israel, and destroy 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans right along with your daddy Esau and the rest of the nation that's in America. It says, if gate gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night they will destroy till they have enough. You see, Esau goes around the whole world, pillaging, stealing, raping, and robbing. He's a proud man. Neither will he keep at home. I think that's in Habakkuk. This devil goes around the earth, pillaging, raping, and robbing, taking the resources of these different nations, man, and setting up garrisons, which is a military post, to keep things in order over there. America has military garrisons in over 950 countries, man, spread throughout the world. It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And how did he do that? Through the mouth of his prophets, having certain men that was a part of their faction that the Lord had their tongues fall upon themselves, and they started revealing the secrets of the international bankers. Such as one of them was Nick Rockefeller coming to Aaron Russo and spilling the beans. And Aaron Russo in turn spilled the beans to Alex Jones, and hence everything started coming out. John Todd is another one. Just to name a few. Because you had throughout the years, you had a lot of them that was spilling the beans. And that's how Esau's secrets has been coming. You know, it says, let me read it again. But I have made Esau bare. Esau being the so-called white man. I have uncovered his secret places. All the wickedness that he has been doing, that they have committed against the sons of Israel, which are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Judah on down to Israel to your prospective tribes. This devil have committed a lot of atrocities, man. Derby's dose, the devil's punch bowl. The Tuskegee experiment, you know, unleashing cancer upon Ephraim in the 1950s with their experiments. AIDS, drugs. How they want everybody karagmud. The Lord has made you bare. The Lord has uncovered your skirts. We can see what's going on with your private parts, man. You devils are exposed. And that's why the Spirit had the Russian authority for the attack targeting the Turk Stream pipeline from Russia to Turkey and southern Europe. And I guarantee you, NATO and the United States has something to do with that. But they're going to say the Ukrainians was doing it, but who's controlling Ukraine? Things to consider. That's something to think about, man. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. You ain't going to be able to hide that you the devil, man. That you the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you commit all kind of horrific acts on the four corners of the earth, man. You trying to add you some kind of benevolent, righteous being, but you ain't nothing but the devil, man. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve thee. I will preserve them alive, and let their widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord: Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of that cup have assuredly drunk it. Talking about the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and that cup was the cup of slavery, the cup of hardship, the cup of getting our ass kicked by different nations. When all these nations had their hand in afflicting the sons of Israel. Go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, starting from the first verse on down. It's going to tell you who was in cahoots with bringing us down, man. In all these nations, if you go to Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, they're going to. I mean, they rejoiced when the Lord took us down, man. They rejoiced. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Talking about Esau and the rest of the nations, mainly Esau. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. You're going to drink of the cup of slavery. You're going to drink of the cup of slavery pursuant to Psalms 147. Pursuant to Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, the 14th verse, where the Most High is going to separate continuing employment, where they shall, the men that the elect is going to serve our continuing employment. Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, man. Punish the host of the high ones on high. Who are the hosts of the high ones? The international bankers, man. Esau and Edom. Starting with the Rothschilds. It says, for I have, verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bosra, which is the ancient city that Esau, was the capital city that Esau dwelt in the ancient world. Now modern day Bosra is America. For this is back in Jeremiah 49 verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation. And how the hell is the Most High going to bring Bosra, which is America, to a desolation? Hey, Jeremiah 50 verse 9, which I brought out. Ezekiel the 38th chapter. And there's multiple scriptures. Isaiah 63 and 1, when Yahweh shall crack them skies. So there's multiple scriptures going into how this devil is going to be taken out of his rulership, man. Your days are numbered, devil. Your days are numbered, man. You devils, man, hey, man. And you think you're slick. You think you're smooth with your shit, but you're not, man. You're being exposed. It says, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Bosra, which is the modern day America, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. Shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, and them ambassadors are the prophets, the apostles, the prophets, and the teachers. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among them. And how the Most High made you small among the heathen? Because all these different heathen nations now have nuclear weapons. China, Pakistan, India, Iran, North Korea. All these different nations have nuclear capabilities. So that's how the Lord made you small amongst the heathen. You being the top heathen, you devil. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and thy pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. Who dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, man? Who dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, man? Go to Obadiah. Obadiah, the first verse on down explains that, man. It says, "Oh, that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, and holdest the height of the hill, though thou shall make thy nest as high as the eagle." What's the symbol of America? It's not eagle. The eagle, the symbol of America. Did not Esau, the so-called white man, say this nest amongst the stars by putting them satellites, below the firmament to monitor everything so they can see everything because they want to be like the Most High? It says, "I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss. And all the plagues thereof." And the ultimate plague is the plague of Zechariah 14 and 12. You see, you devils, man, you got a lot to pay for. And you thinking that you're not going to pay for all the atrocities you committed because you're not going to charge yourself with all these crimes. So you think that you're going to acquit yourself. But the Lord is not going to acquit the wicked, man. You devils going to pay, man. You're going to pay for all the atrocities you have done against the sons of Israel. And that's that, man. You got to deal with that. You got to deal with that. Back in Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 17. "Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah." How did the Most High overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By raining fire and brimstone. Open up the elements of the heavens and raining fire and brimstone upon them devils, man. The same thing he gonna do right now, man. In this day and age we living in now. Raining down thermal nuclear destruction pursuant to Joel, the second and the third chapters, man. The Lord's gonna destroy this place, man. Make it a perpetual desolate wilderness, man. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Behold, he shall. It says, "Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan, against the inhabitants of." It says, "Against the inhabitants, the habitation of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the times? And who is that shepherd that shall stand before me? Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, which them gutter rats over there dwelling in the land of Israel. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. America, as well as Jerusalem of Israel, is going to be wiped off the face of the map. But guess what? Israel's going to be built back up. Dude, the host of the high ones, the first fruits of slaves, started with the Rothschilds and the internet and the rest of the international bankers. pursuant to Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, the 14th verse, 7 after continuing employment. Surely he shall make them, surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as an eagle and spread his wings over Bosra. Talking about Yahweh Shah when he cracked them skies. At that day, and that day showed the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. They ain't gonna know what the hell to do. Pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, when Yahweh Shah cracked them skies, they're gonna be so afraid, but yet they're gonna be thirst fight, because the Most High gonna put the spirit on these devils to fight, so he could take them out of their rulership. Because if Esau does give up, they're gonna become tributary. But the Most High don't want Esau to give up. He want Esau to fight. That devil being filled with pride, he gonna try to fight against the Most High, Yahweh Shah and the holy angels. And guess what? He gonna get put down like a raven dog, man. So this is a quick lesson, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And with that, Shalom.